Hello gamers and welcome to today's YouTube video. Today is going to be on the TVP. I think many of you have asked for it, but I also think it's extremely hard to play in this meta. The reason why is low HP with the gun that is kind of trollish and that doesn't have the greatest of pen on either the APCR or the heat. It's 248 and 310 respectively. But in games where the tank works like it's supposed to, it is epic though. I'm going to be trying this both with an experimental setup and with a regular setup and see how it works out. I'm just curious because this is kind of full gun handling build, which is should be pretty neat. We got Cliff though, thanks Kian, where most of my team is going 1-2 line, thanks Kian. And we're going to be playing the middle and hopefully not get shot from their base because thanks Kian is the thing, right? So EBR spotting out the enemy. EBR, he will have spotted me too. They're both driving on the hill. I don't stop for this because it's not worth it. My EBR got absolutely dominated and deleted, which is unfortunate. I spot a Manticore though. I gave him a nice amount of shots. I gotta be careful now though because they could be closing the middle upon me and I wouldn't know. So we did take 1-2 line straight from them, which is pretty neat, actually, if you think about it. It's nice to have, of course, as well. However, I'm going to need to reload my clip here to heat if I want to actually have a shot at performance here. I'm going to be intuitioning over to heat. Hopefully not get framed from the base from this. Doing this third. Second one was really bad. Every TD is spotted though. Yeah, the MX is gonna peek this. I'm gonna go behind the rock here. Because it just makes sense to do this. He dies, because that's just a really bad peek to make. I have two heavies here in the middle facing me though, which I have to be careful about, and an STB going around the hill. I'm gonna be going towards the corner here, because it's slightly safer than just sitting in the middle. Because of course they have those tanks there, which I want to be careful of. A7 is however getting a little bit frisky, which I cannot seem to be doing anything about. He's even pushing me. I don't know why he would be doing this. I hope the 105 somehow kills him. They already actually killed him, which is pretty epic. They're pushing around the hill though, which means I have to try and get safe from this somehow, because my middle is very, very dead. I actually have to just run away from this fully. As awful as this sounds, it's as necessary as you think. Because I cannot stay there against the VZ55 and expect to live. So I'm going to be dropping off here. My team is somehow pushing out 1-2 line, which is also interesting by itself. I cannot go to A5. This is pretty rough actually, when you think about it. I mean, we're pushing out 1-2. It's a very weird game of Cliff that you don't see very often, where are attempting to push out 1-2 fully and have lost the complete middle control for this. I gotta be careful from somebody trying to cross through here as well though, because they could if they wanted to. However, that's rather unlikely to happen. We do find ourselves a T62A here, first shot into his track. Shooting him on the track allowed me to get 2 shots on him, which is pretty cool. STB is fully over peaking. He should never get away with that in a million years. If I have my TDs actually paying attention, which doesn't seem to be the case. It's like he fully peeked me. There he shoots, we dodge. I mean the VZ even crossed. Again, I want to drive back into my own base now. And play the bush line on the A4. Because if the VZ backs off, I can just shoot him. Which again, I'm not sure if he's gonna do it, but you know, it's a neat thing to have. The 40 use crossing now as well. I will not be getting shots on them though, I think. But at least I'm safe from the STB right here. And yeah, no, we're getting just rolled in 1-2. I cannot do anything against the STB either, except for wait and hope to get another clip out here so we don't have the worst game of our life. But yeah, What can I say? My team went fully into 1-2 and got absolutely rolled by the enemy team. It's kind of the way it went. And there you can see the gun being what I call TVP gun. It's not a sniping gun, it's a close range gun. And a close range gun has the issue that you're fighting with heavies, you're fighting with mediums, they have better armor, they have better alpha than you, 320. Like, all of this makes it extremely hard to play this thing properly, IMO. That's why I also don't tend to recommend it to anybody. But like I said, the difficulty level of this tank is insane, IMO. I don't know. I mean, 2 shots against STB just go nowhere, but like, you know, 2 of them just literally go nowhere. Really, really hard game on the TVP, and every game I think on the TVP feels the same way. To where it's like, for me, this is not really a fun medium to play, because one, I think is expensive if you want to do it properly, because of the fact that you have that low pen on your APCR, which means you have to shoot heat. But then again, you come into the issue that with the heat, of course, you can't track with damage, which means that you're wasting a shot already to try and get a tracking shot out. Everything about this tank is just really hard to play and master, IMO. And I think it's just, in general, really easy to explode and die in 2.5 seconds. Let's try the experimental again. Play HP through for the last one. We get 6 feet line from the south. We have 2 lights, an EBR and a T100. They have an EBR and a T100. Top tier mediums, actually, not top tier heavies. We have an extra top tier medium, but we'll have 2 TDs instead. Yeah. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that works that way. First order of business is usually trying to snipe the crossing for a light if the EBR gets spotted. Then we could maybe farm him, maybe delete him. It's kind of hard because I said it's not really a sniper, even though it has pretty good APCR velocity, 1.4. It's more about how the gun fizzles and misses randomly. So our EBR is going the long way, which means I don't think we'll see their EBR going straight either because of his driving pattern. T100 is also, or was, AFK. If the EBR went, we would not have seen it whatsoever. I think there is a light in just a standard bush though, by the looks of things. That looked like it was a hit. That looked like it was a ricochet actually. That was like 2 ricochets I think on a T100, because you can see the shell literally like fizzle out, which is pretty interesting, to be honest. We're gonna try that again. He was there. We'll start by putting our first shot there though. It's a miss. It's a miss. Not sure, it's hard to see behind that bush if you're hitting or not. I currently don't have any entry points, I'd say, into this battle where I can really make a move. So I'm not going to. That's why I was blind firing first, because I don't want to take a risky peek and die, especially because they still have 2 shit burns. And the T100 is doing a drive-by for some mysterious reason. He got very angry and decided to... don't know really what to call that. To be honest, I don't really know what to say to that even. The EBR is actually farming from the fields, by the looks of things. We hit him here. Means he's like here or behind the... no, he has to be there, yeah. I don't have shots on this either. That was a pretty bad shot. A pretty bad shot. Pretty good shot. Maybe the second one also hit, but we are losing the field, which is an issue by itself. I'm gonna be out of APCR here in a second. There's double shit burn unspotted, which makes me really, really scared really quickly. I have a T100 somewhere. No? I have a T100 somewhere on 240 HP. I don't know where. I have no clue where he is. I have the max 5120 somewhere there. Which I would love to clip if I could find him somehow. I am terrified of the double shit button, to be honest. Waffen triggers there. Let's not go from this angle. It's too likely that there's a shit button sitting on this location. Especially by the fact that there's a big shell that just landed there. Which I'm gonna assume came from a shit brain, actually. It really sounded like it did come from a shit brain. I need these guys to kill this man. I can maybe help, but not really. And I'm not peeking this gap. Maybe I am, no? I'm picking this gap to clip out the 51. There'll be no 5120 clipping today. There's a second shit brain there, that would be... I'm gonna actually be backing off in the hopes that I don't get yellowed by the other shit brain. Play the outside here and then switch back towards the left when the PTA arrives so I don't get flanked by him from the right. That would be a disaster. Put it that way. Now the skill level here is trying to find the shit brain without dying to the shit brain. Which is gonna be interesting by itself. Pretty good intuition there to H3, but overall still a hard game. Not too much damage. 1, 2, maybe 3 blinds, but probably 1, to be honest. Probably 1 blind gives us 4k. This is not a 5k tank in my mind. I don't think it can be either a 5k tank. But you know. We're trying our best, and sometimes you just can't do more, man. Like this kind of game, I was terrified by their double shit burn, and rightfully so. You should be scared to death from the double shit burn, because either one of them just removes your entire tank. So if we could get 1 or 2 shots here on this, yes, that would be epic. Get 1, get 2 even. That's awesome. 3 even. Well, that's a nice 5k battle though. Pretty content with that, actually. Pretty content with that. That's very nice. Shall take it. Thank you. And maybe 1 more shot on the Centurion, even with some luck as well. There is Mr. Centurion. Come on, go back. No? No? Yeah, well. Let's see how many blinds we have. There could be maybe 1 against EBR, but I don't think so. And then a 1 against the T100 for sure. Like for sure 1 against the T100 though. So all in all, not too bad of a result, I would say. Not too bad of a result. Always nice. But yeah, it's just really hard to play this tank. Everything in the game had better alpha than you at this tier. 2 blinds. 2 on the T100 actually. So pretty nice, top damage there. Everything in the game has better alpha than you, better armor than you. Yeah, you have clip potential and burst potential, but with hardening in the game, with so many field mods that increase the track durability, it's extremely hard to clip somebody fully, like all 4 shots. And usually you're trading for it as well. And you don't really have a high HP pool to begin with 1,800. It's not really like, wow, what an epic HP pool, right? So all of that taken into account, TVP is an extremely hard tank to master. But it's enjoyable if you do master it, if you do start getting those big damage games. They can be racking up the damage rather quickly, right? 4 clips, 4k immediately. In an ideal game, you have a 6, 7k in like 2 minutes, right? But the issue usually is getting that in the ideal game, right? Not to block my 12T, because I do want to go fight there. I do want to brawl with the heavies in this one. That's also why I took HP Turbo here. And I'm definitely going to be switching to the Heat clip 100%, because, well, let's be real, it makes sense. I've never seen this before from anybody in my life. The E3 is there. AMX is there. I can't understand what the LTTB just did. I think the mouse is also just gonna roll around the corner and kill him, because that's what mouses do. And they annihilate. The E3 actually left the location there. The Skoda didn't though. I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Mainly because of the SCI and 283 aiming, which the TNA does not seem to realize whatsoever. And also because of the Skoda aiming. I'm gonna take a lot of damage for this little maneuver. And the Skoda is still sitting there, just absolutely nailing me. I'm gonna leave this game in, because you can just see the difficulty level of playing this tank. Like, as soon as you actually start brawling with something, it doesn't work out. Or, like, you have a difficulty level, because the TNH is kind of clueless. No offense to the TNH, but it doesn't shoot the 283. Doesn't shoot the STI, and you have this Skoda sitting there holding the angle if you back off at AMX pushing up. It is unfortunate. It is a hard tank to play. I think this battle shows it perfectly that, you know, you can really easily die with this or make a mistake with this and die. I also didn't really have anywhere else to go, so, like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it in there just to show how difficult this tank is to play, and that I'm not really good at playing it either. I hope it helps you out nonetheless. But yeah, it's unfortunate. What can I say? It's unfortunate. Not much to do there. I needed like 1 or 2 heavy players that have a clue and actually push inside. So we killed the MX as well. In terms of equipment, there's so many choices. I use HP turbo stabs, or instead I use the HP vents improved aiming. But with the experimental in general, there's so many options that you can pick. In terms of field mods though, we go for the left one here, which is standard on mediums. Then we go for the right one, aiming circle size, the extra reverse speed. I have nothing on this one because I don't think it's worth it on either of the two. And then I have the top forward speed on the left one because it's always nice to be faster. Not the greatest turn of events, not the greatest battles either, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the TVP nonetheless, and it helps you out in one way, shape, or form. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the near future. Peace, guys.